these beds can be as easy or as hard as you want them to be. This is a raised bed. It was an old pool that goldfish in years ago. I mean years ago. That thing must be 25 years old. And look at my garlic.
Good gracious.
Look at my leaves. Yeah. But look at my dirt. Look at that.
Now people are going to ask me, how did you fill this bed up with that dirt?
Leaves. I dug down, it's hard to see, but I dug down a little bit under it, kind of set it down a little bit, about 4 or 5 inches deep. And I put a layer of dirt, a layer of, I put cardboard in there. And by the way, if you're going to use paper, put a sheet of newspaper, not a newspaper, one sheet. Sprinkle the leaves on top of it, wet it down, and put another sheet. You put a rolled up newspaper in there, come back 10 years, now you can read the newspaper. It will not deteriorate, it just stays right there.
No oxygen.
You don't want that. But that's how I filled this bed up. That's how I did all my beds. Look.
But wait a second. So you dug out from underneath this to set it flush.
Bit, yeah.
And you put that 2 or 3 shovelfuls of dirt in there.
On top of cardboard.
On top of cardboard and leaves.
Yeah.
And then you add your own worm castings to this, correct?
Oh definitely.
And then over time, it makes its own soil.
Yeah. Well, I got my ginger planted right here. I came out this morning and sprinkled my worm poop, but I wet it down so it might have absorbed. But I covered all this with worm poop because I got ginger planted here. And you see, there's another potato. See, I got a bad habit. If I got something to plant and I find a vacant container, then whatever I got in my hand goes there. I'll have potatoes here, potatoes there, potatoes out front in the wildlife bed. I got potatoes growing there and over yonder, and God knows where else. I'll know when they come up.
But let me ask you this question. When you talk about pest pressure that most people get from a traditional road garden, do you have that same pest pressure?
No.
Because your plants are separated and they are contained across your property. So if you were to lose, say, these potatoes to drought or potato beetle or to a fungus, you might walk over to the bed we just left there and pull a potato from there and it'll be just fine.
And I found out over the years, if you got a patch of potatoes, it's hard to see a pest. With that potato plant, if it got, it don't, but if it got that high, I could walk by and say, yeah, I got a couple of leaves looking bad. I go get my milk water, spray it down, baby. The pest is gone.
That's right.
And most of your fungus is gone.
And all of your plants, I want you to point out, you have great airflow in your beds. Your beds are full, but your plants, you do tall. Okay, so what is this right here?
That's a thornless blackberry.
So you've got a thornless blackberry, right, that trellises over a root crop there, a root crop here, and then you'll plant, and I've seen you do it, a tomato or some herbs where your berries are growing. So what you've done is essentially given yourself a tall plant, a root crop, and a short plant all growing together where air can move through your plants.
Now get a close-up of this. This is a weed. I have no idea what the name of it is or what they call it. My grandmother and my mother would strip these little seeds out and season their beans and it was a seasoning.
Yeah, we grow that at our farm. You gave me some.
The common name of it is pepper plant. I have no idea what the name is, but look, got a very distinct flavor, very distinct. It's not hot, got a little ting to it, but it's got a very distinct flavor. That's why that's growing like this.
So you're mixing herbs and vines and root crops all together, because if you come back to your garlic bed, for those of y'all that are wanting to know how to control pests, how to get good production without a lot of expense, like my dad said, what pest? Look at what he's got. And old tires, he has berries running around, and garlic, a root crop, all centered together.
Look at that. I'm gonna have a good crop of berries this year.
So your berries and your garlic obviously are not going to share the same types of pests.
No. And look here. Here you go again, look. There's the potato. There's one there, one over yonder. That's green onions I got out of Arkansas growing wild. They're beautiful and they got a very distinct flavor. And that's asparagus. That was a fig tree. I think the freeze killed it. I'll know in a few weeks and I'll put a new one in there. Now over here, this is my different types of onions. Come out of Arkansas. This is a garlic onion flavored. This is onions from Walmart. I planted 20 years ago. I've been using them ever since. I got spinach. See it starting to grow.
Oh wow, okay, so
Collards.
if you guys caught my dad's last video on the raised bed planting your spinach, lettuce, carrots, he threw all of that in here, and look, parsley, it's coming up beautifully.
Oh, yeah. And I came out this morning and threw poop around my blueberries, watered them, and that's my deep water. There's the roots down, and there they are.
I have to say, Pawpaw Sammy, I watch all these videos, I take all these classes. The biggest thing I get from being around your property is the complete organic, symbiotic, sustainable loop system. I know, I see your bees, they're everywhere.
And look, not only them, look at the black bee right there.
Yeah, it's
See
your
them?
carpenter bees, your native bees.
Yeah, they native.
And look guys, he's got a pollinator habitat
But
on the
that one
back.
needs rebuilding. The one down there is good.
Yeah, but you've got something going in it, Daddy.
Oh yeah, and look right here. There's one there, there's one on the back fence, see?
Yeah.
That brings the native pollinators in.
So basically what you've got here is a food forest. You have learned to grow your bushes and your fruiting trees right along with your row crops, right along with your perennials, your annuals, your herbs. Guys, I'm telling you, this man knows how to grow food. We thank you guys for watching. Pawpaw Sammy, got anything else you want to tell him?
Yeah, just keep your mulch in there and don't have to worry about pulling weeds. You don't see me pulling weeds and hoeing the garden. I'm not going to do it. I'll just add more mulch. More cardboard mulch.
That's it, more cardboard, more mulch.
But you can get your material, your leaves and stuff. You can get it from your park, if you're around a state park. They'll be glad to give you all that stuff. Your neighbors might have bags of leaves out of their yard they're throwing out to get rid of. It's just so many ways.
Pine straw.
Pine straw. I mean, there is a way. If you really want to plant an organic garden, there is a way. You can grow it in just plain water if you got to.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, it's just a matter of getting up and planting it. And like I say, that little garlic there lasts me all year. My three bushes, blackberries, they'll come in, and then my Japanese plums will come in, my blueberries will come in. My figs was coming in, but the freeze hit both of them trees hard.
Ours too.
I got my honey over there in my little hive. And my onions, my green onions to cook, my garlic to cook. And I'll plant some peas. Peas are very simple to grow. I don't plant a bunch of anything because I don't want to freeze it. I don't want to can it. I want it fresh. Now I will at the end of the year cut my okra up and freeze it, or freeze my tomatoes. And I do freeze some peas and stuff right at the end of the growing season. They're kind of bumping through the off season. But it's so easy. It's just do it. I've got old barrels. I've got old tires. I'm doing that one straight out the ground. It just use your imagination. Go for it. You can do it.
I believe that too. They can do it. Guys, you can do it. That's a message Pawpaw Sammy wants you to take today. You got to get off your blessed assurance, get on your feet, get in your yard, and get a plant in the ground. If you don't plant it, it cannot grow.
That's right.
And God told you he would bless everything that your hands touch. So get out there and multiply yourself today. Right. So thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.